manager Alex Ford, and agent Scott Boris. Welcome, everyone. Before we get to your questions, I'd like to turn it over to Sam Kennedy for opening remarks.
Thanks, Abby. Appreciate it. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to spring training. It's a great day for the Boston Red Sox. Good to see everybody. My job is simple. I just want to extend a few thanks to everyone who helped make this happen. Of course, Red Sox ownership, John Henry and Tom Werner and Mike Gordon, every step of the way who helped us get to this place. I want to thank our baseball ops group who did a terrific job. I want to thank Ron Bumgarner and True Parkinson for advocating for this deal every step of the way. And I want to thank AC and the guys in uniform for pulling it together. Thanks to Scott, his team, Mike, and Tyler, who are here. We first met 3 months ago yesterday in Newport. It's been a lot of time with the Boris Corporation this offseason, and it really led to an unbelievable result, so we're very grateful. Most importantly, I want to thank Alex and Reagan Bregman for making this happen. Alex had a lot of options and had a very difficult decision to make, but in the end he chose Boston, and that's a huge compliment to our organization, and we're really proud of that. So Alex, thank you so much for making it happen, and Brez, I'll turn it over to you.
Thanks, Sam. Good morning. We couldn't be more excited to welcome Alex and Reagan and Knox and the soon-to-be youngest member of Red Sox Nation to Boston. Want to thank John, Tom, Mike, Sam for recognizing this as a unique opportunity and not just authorizing our group, but encouraging our group to be bold and decisive and aggressive in this pursuit. Want to thank Scott and the rest of the folks at the Boris Corporation for proving to be a partner throughout. We entered the off-season with a pretty clearly defined punch list of things that we were hoping to achieve. We talked about adding to the top of our rotation. We talked about rebuilding our bullpen, improving our infield defense, and adding a right-handed bat to balance out our lineup. And as the offseason progressed, it just became clearer and clearer that Alex was the perfect fit for what we were trying to accomplish. And in Alex, we're getting an elite defensive infielder. We're getting an offensive profile that fits our park almost perfectly. And perhaps most importantly, we're getting a champion, a winner, a leader, someone who will serve as a mentor to our emerging young group, and someone who will have a lasting impact on this organization. And finally, I think it's important to recognize and appreciate that free agency is the first time that a player has a chance to choose where he wants to play and where he wants to call home. And so it's not lost on us that amongst a sea of suitors, Alex and Reagan and Knox, to the extent he was involved in the decision, chose Boston. And so for that, we want to thank you for trusting us with the next chapter in your career. And with that, I will kick it over to you, Alex.
Good morning, everybody. It's good to be here. I've been fortunate enough to be in the playoffs the first 8 years of my career, and I plan on continuing to do that here. I'm a winning player. This is a winning organization. Those players are winning players. We have winning coaches here, and I plan on winning here. After talking with some of the guys over the last 2 days, I can see that there's something special here. Franchise players, veteran players, young players, all ready to get after it. I'd like to thank Mr. Henry, Mr. Gordon, Mr. Warner, Sam, Brez, AC for their time and vision throughout this process. I'd like to thank Scott for his guidance. And my wife's going to love Boston as well. She was super involved in the process, and she is looking forward to starting her first semester at Harvard Executive Business School this year as well.
That's awesome.
We'll now pause for a brief photo opportunity. Alex, we have a hat and jersey to present for you.
That's a first.
All right, we're gonna get maybe the opening. 1, 2, 3.
There you go.
Thank you.
And now we can open it up for questions.
Alex, what led you to Boston and other choices?
Well, I think I said it a little bit earlier. It's just I feel like I have a great opportunity to win here. Obviously, playing at Fenway is awesome. Playing for a city that not only loves winning but expects to win, and I like playing in those kind of pressure-packed environments, and I feel like got that here in Boston.
We've talked a lot about what position you might play, and I know, obviously third base has been your spot when the Bulls up there last year. Where do you feel like you fit best, and how do you feel like you can help the team defensively, whether it is second, third, or wherever?
I just want to play wherever helps the team win. I'll leave that decision to AC, and I'll just do whatever he tells me to do and try and be there every single day and work hard and be ready to win.
Alex, yesterday Trevor Story talked about he tried to help recruit you, and I'm sure many others have. Is there anybody else that sticks out that talked to you about coming to Boston, whether former players, present players, and what they might have said? And I see a smile. So.
Yeah, my favorite player, Dustin Pedroia, did. He reached out a few times this offseason and talked to me about how special it was to be a part of the Boston Red Sox, and it was pretty cool to talk to him as well as so many other former players here in Boston and current players on the team as well. So it was great.
What were these negotiations like? You just kind of help me out.
You know, I was talking to Brez last night, and I think he told me he had 77 appearances in the season 1 year. That's right. Pretty remarkable. Well, I think he may have led in GM phone calls to me. It might have been 14 or 15 of them. Persistent discussions, talk. John, Tom, all actively involved, calls. Tom at 3:30 in the morning from England. So I think they had their eyes on AB as far as kind of the perfect fit for baseball people. And when you do this over time, you always look at success points. And having a 1200 OPS in Fenway was a very strong driving point for me, as far as certainly acknowledging, what kind of career future Alex could have.
For Alex and Scott, obviously, there's a lot made about, would the long-term deal be best or would the short-term deal be best? Why did this structure make sense for you two at this stage?
Well, I think I just believe in my abilities.
Well, certainly I told John and Tom I wanted the 10-year contract. So, but always in these settings, there's a dynamic that is sometimes fluid. But I think the main thing is that this agreement allows for everyone to really get to know one another. And a lot of things are off the paper what Alex does for a team. And many of his teammates that I represent in Houston and such, they really acknowledge how important he was at key moments to their winning efforts and what they do. And so I hope that this organization and the favor of all his teammates, they grow to understand that.
Alex, Cora has talked a lot about just his relationship with you and how much he just appreciates your leadership and just how he's got to know you over the years. Can you describe your relationship with him and just how that has developed over the years and changed maybe in a lot of ways?
Yeah, I feel like AC loves baseball as much as I do. He wakes up every single day and wants to win. He is a hard worker, a competitor. just a baseball guy, and so am I, and I think that's why we get along.
Alex, your family has a long relationship kind of with the Red Sox, going back to your grandfather and Ted Williams and everything. Did you ever think at some point, I'm probably going to play for them, I might end up playing for them?
Well, when I got drafted out of high school by the Red Sox, there might be a chance, but my dad grew up sitting on Ted Williams' lap, so honestly, I hadn't really thought about it in the last little while, but now that you brought it up, it's really cool.
And how difficult was it for you at the end to leave an organization that you had been with your entire career?
Oh, definitely, definitely difficult. I have so much respect for the organization, top to bottom, all the players. Yeah.
Craig or Alex, I know that Alex said will play wherever. Do you guys have any plans in the next week or so to sort of lock him in on a position there?
I can jump in and say that the most important thing was getting Alex into a Red Sox uniform as an elite defender. And the conversations about where he'll play are ongoing, and when the time is right, we'll make that determination. But I think AC and we have an obligation to the team, to the organization, and most importantly to our fans, to put the best offensive and defensive team on the field that we possibly can.
Alex, you played a lot at Fenway over the years on the other side. Just, I guess, coming to Fenway and playing in that atmosphere as a home player, what do you think that's going to be like, and kind of the experience that you hold at?
I think it's going to be awesome. I think the craziest moment at Fenway was when Devers hit it inside the Parker in 2017 against us in the playoffs, and I felt like I've never seen a crowd that crazy in my life. It was almost like, oh wow, I don't know if we're going to win this game anymore. They're going nuts. It's awesome. So I think every time we go there, there's just an energy, whether it's a Monday or a Sunday. It's a great atmosphere.
And just like how your swing fits the mark, and obviously the ball as well, and you got the best career numbers there among certain metrics in terms of plate appearances, 1260, as Scott was saying, OPS there. Why is it so? Why does Fenway fit your swing so well, and why do you feel like you can use the monster so well with your approach?
I don't know. Just try and backspin the ball in the air to left field and hit a line drive to right field. So I think the monster kind of helps out with that.
Alex, you mentioned you like playing in a pressure-packed environment. Is that something you had to learn, or the first time you were in New York, Philly, and Boston, and those places, you were like, oh, this is what I want?
I think, honestly, say it all the time, like pressure is a privilege, and you kind of up your game in pressure-packed environments. Starting out at LSU, I think as far as college, I feel like that was about as much pressure as you can get in college, and then being able to play in the playoffs for the last 8 years and playing in Boston and New York and Philly and and Houston as well. There's a pressure on you that you put on yourself, and it's a good pressure, and it brings you to the ballpark every day ready to compete and locks you in.
Alex, you talked about winning, how important that is to you. You had that run of 7 straight ALCS, 8 straight postseason visits, and you say you were attracted here to continue winning. But this franchise has, as you know, has struggled of late. 1 postseason trip in the last 6 years. What gives you confidence that that's going to change?
I think, like I said earlier, I think there's great players, veteran players, young players that are ready to get after and compete. I think there's been from the beginning of this process, ownership has met with us and expressed how they want to win in Boston, and they have showed us how they have a track record of doing it before, and I believe in all those guys in that clubhouse, and after playing against them, I definitely do, and I think everyone here is motivated to win.
Alex Cora, the UC.
Oh, that's new. That's new.
Alex,
Skip. Oh, no.
UC mentorship, like you mentored Pedroia, you had other guys mentor Pedroia when he was coming up. The importance of having someone like Alex, in that clubhouse with these young top prospects of helping them understand like what it takes and bringing them up. Talk a little bit, if you can, about that dynamic.
I mean, it's important for winning organizations, and in 24 hours, he has impacted the organization already. Just see him walking into the clubhouse, walking into the office, and talk baseball is refreshing, it's great, and one thing he's going to do, he's going to challenge everybody here. I know that. He's going to challenge you. He's going to ask about pitch usage, about swing decisions, about scouting reports, the nutrition side of it. He will do that. Not in a bad way. He wants to learn. He wants to be involved, and that's very important. And I think in 24 hours, his teammates, the coaching staff, the front office has seen, what I've been talking about him for a long period of time. This kid gets it. He caught my attention in 2017, and throughout the years, he keeps evolving, he keeps getting better, and the most important thing, he wants to win. That's it. For him, it's his family, it's baseball, and winning, and I'm excited to have him here now.
Alex, you were involved, I think, in 3 playoff series with the Red Sox. What is your memory of the intensity of the atmosphere in Fenway Park when you were playing against the Red Sox in the playoffs?
I feel like it was awesome. The atmosphere was incredible. Living on every pitch. Definitely a tough place to play on the road. Memories were good 2 years and not so good when Benintendi dove and cut that ball that 1 year.
What did you think when that ball went off your bat?
Thought we won the game, but he had different plans.
And I know this is no fun for you, but going to the 17 thing, you explained yourself in Houston after the cheating of the Astros in 17. What is your message to Red Sox fans regarding how they should view you, your behavior then and since then in baseball?
I just want to come in and work hard every single day, trying to be a good teammate, play hard, leave it all out in the field, and win.
Did you get roughed up in Boston, booed by the fans when you came there in 2021?
Yeah, but it's all good.
Alex, when you spend your whole career with one organization, you know everyone, you know the way things go. How do you integrate yourself into a new organization, and what's your approach going to be to that?
I think just get to know everybody. Obviously, the last few days have been crazy, meeting a bunch of new people, but just kind of get to know everyone, see what makes them tick, what makes them go, and try and be a part of winning.
Alex, your name was linked to the Red Sox for a while. Was there ever a point in the process that you didn't think this might happen?
I don't know. I feel like you kind of never know with free agency.
Alex, we know you know Alex really well, and the team itself from the outside, but what questions did you have for Pedroia, for Alex, for just guys throughout the organization when you were trying to make the decision of if you wanted to come here or not?
Just like kind of what when our meeting, kind of what their plans were for the future. I think when Scott and I started out and we started talking about where places we may want to go, winning was the most important. So when they showed their vision on how this organization was going to win now and in the future, that was pretty cool.
Alex, with the structure of the deals, that you have a lot of confidence in your ability. Does it somehow feel like you're going into another platform here in a sense, and if the fit is good, is the goal to force the Red Sox's hand to get a longer-term marriage? Or?
Yeah, I think we'll see. I feel like I believe in my ability and look forward to proving it.
Alex, besides Pedroia, was there a particularly impactful call you got from player or former player?
Yeah, from player Craig Breslow when he said the last call.
Sam, you've talked about this extreme urgency, all the things that you talked about early in the off season, and there's been a lot of questions about the spending and the aggressiveness. To land somebody like this and this type of deal, does it feel like kind of a mission accomplished that you haven't had in the last few years? Is it a sigh of relief, or what is it like on your end from the ownership level?
we're just really, really excited to have Alex here. He, fits like a glove for our organization, and just really, really pleased that we were able to close the deal and bring him here. And so excited for that. But we haven't done anything yet. It's February. we got a lot to accomplish this year.
Alex, Cora, what goes into the decision where you're going to play this guy?
Like I said yesterday, roster construction. One thing we are excited about it is the offensive profile. And he can actually hit in other ballparks too. He's proven. But him hitting a Fenway 81 times plus, right? Is going to be exciting. He can play second. He can play short. He can play third. He's going to help us. So I think in the upcoming weeks we're going to have decisions to make. As far as the roster, injuries coming to play, competitions coming to play. So we'll make the decision whenever we have to.
With Alex here now, does Campbell still have a chance to be the opening day roster?
I think everybody has a chance to make the opening day roster.
Scott, you obviously dealt with this team in the past. Have you seen a shift maybe in talking with them this offseason compared to maybe you have in the last 3, 4, 5 years?
We met in our first free agent meeting. Besides Sam filling the room at a very, very high intensity, I might add. But the idea of it was that there was a bit of a charge, a bit of an onus to really return back to winning. And probably a conversation I had with John where he expressed a sincerity and more of a passion of saying that we're missing something here that should be here, that has been here, something that's been lost, and we have a strong intention to return it. And in that conversation about really, of course, having a long history with AC and knowing how things really have to work inside a Boston-based team, to have someone with a championship platform that could immediately step in and really fill a locker room full of current experiences of championship play. I think it makes the process. It really is a compass that a lot of teams don't have, and what is said is very believable, very real, because you have a player who's never not been in the playoffs his entire career. So I think there was a recognition by Brett as a staff. This was a difficult process for teams. AB's situation was very much in demand, and I credit them because they had to go through a lot of avenues and trajectories to work out something that fit for both sides. I give Brez a lot of credit because it's difficult to make 14 phone calls to get something done, but I credit him for that.
AC, you said last October that the goal now was for 2025. It wasn't about developing or building a long-term thing, it was about putting it all together here. As you are now tomorrow about to have the entire team here, approvals, the trades, the free agent side, how good does it feel that the organization has tried to address all that this offseason?
It feels great, but like Sam said, we got work to do, and that's going to be the message. I think right now 30 teams are going to scream out loud that they're going to win the World Series. That's the goal. Yeah, of course, that's the goal. But for us to get there, we got to work hard. And one of the words I used in the interview we had, right, towards the end of the season, was execution, right? And I truly believe that the front office and ownership had executed. Now it's up to us to keep going, keep getting better. And, we want to be in October. We want to play in October, but we have to take the right steps to get there.
And Alex, you've been to the playoffs every year. How much did the talent in this room factor into your decision, knowing where the Red Sox were and where they think they can be?
Oh, big time. Not only the players that are in the clubhouse right now, players that are on the way, but I feel like when I look over there and even from talking to guys in the clubhouse, there's one thing on everyone's mind here, and that's to win and get to the playoffs.
Alex, so Jose, adamant the whole winter how much he wanted to come back. How tough was it just to kind of self-recognize that you were kind of leaving and it wouldn't be
Oh, definitely tough. You build great relationships with people in this game, and he's a friend of mine for life, and I've loved every second of being able to suit up with him.
Anything else? Thank you, everyone. That concludes today's press conference. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.